Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome along to the Commentary Hub's coverage between Aston Villa and Arsenal. I'm your alternative matchday commentator, Mike Harneman. We've got Luke Turton alongside me as well. Kickoff will be in just a few minutes from now, so I'm going to quickly run you through the lineups while I get a chance. I'll probably go through the subs bench when there's a break in play, but the Aston Villa side is Martinez in goal, Cash, Konsa, Mings, Young, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Ramsey, Buendia, Watkins, and Coutinho. With Arsenal lined up with Bernd Leno in goal due to an injury to Aaron Ramsdale, Cedric Suarez, Ben White, Gabriel, and Kieran Tierney are the men who continue along the back line. Martin Odegaard, Thomas Partey, and Granit Xhaka are the men who are in midfield for the Gunners. And then we've got Bukayo Saka, Alex Lacazette, and Emile Smith-Rowe, who, of course, was linked with a move to Aston Villa not so long ago as well. So that is how the two sides line up this afternoon. I'll quickly run you through the officials as well. We've got Andy Madley on referee duty, assisted by Simon Bennett and Mark Scholes. Fourth official is Martin Atkinson. And then we've got VAR as Jonathan Moss, who's assisted by Timothy Wood today. So I'm going to bring Luke in now as well, as we're going to be getting underway in just a matter of seconds, really, now. No Aaron Ramsdale or Gabriel Martinelli for Arsenal today. What do you make of that?
I mean, it's a big loss for Arsenal, but at the same time, I follow what Steve Cooper does at Forest with the next man up, and you've got to seize your chance when you get it, and that's what Smith-Rowe and Leno have got to do today, really.
And of course, Smith-Rowe is still Arsenal's top goal scorer as well, so it's a fantastic replacement there. And of course, Bernd Leno was Arsenal number one for a bit of time before Aaron Ramsdale came in as well. Of course, Coutinho on the Villa side was also linked with a move to Arsenal as well, and he's actually loves playing against Arsenal as well, so he's one to watch. And of course, amongst the Villa subs is Callum Chambers, who moved to Villa Park from the Emirates in January as well, alongside Sansom, Traore, Ings, Olsen, Bailey, Chukwuemeka, Eric Bonham, and O'Reilly, with the Gunners having Holding, Pepe, Tavares, Sambi Lokonga, El Neni, and Ketia, Okonkwo, Swanson, and Hutchinson on the bench. So a bit of a mixed-looking bench for Arsenal, but not too much experience there. Of course, you can look at Nicola Pepe to come on, but in terms of some of the other players, Eddie and Ketia as well. But apart from that, there's a bit of youth on the Arsenal bench as well this afternoon.
Yeah, and that creates some real intrigue because you won't know what they're going to do when they come on. So, in a sense, probably neither will Villa, and that sometimes works in teams' favours.
We're just about to get underway now as well. It's Aston Villa to kick us off. They will be kicking us off in a second. Anyway, I think they're just about to take the knee first of all. And they've just done that now, and it's going to be Philip Coutinho to kick us off in just a second from now as well. And Philip Coutinho just knocks it back there to, I think that's, I'm not too sure who that was, one of the men in midfield there, but it's back with Arsenal early on anyway, and Cedric Suarez is in possession, and it's now with Benjamin White. He just plays it across to his centre-back partner, Gabriel Magalhaes. And back to Ben White once more. So when you look at these two sides as well, of course, Arsenal started off the season with, a couple of defeats, losing to Brentford, to Chelsea, and to Manchester City. But bar the Liverpool result in midweek, Arsenal have actually been in very, very good form as well. And I'm sure Mikel Arteta will be very pleased with how things have sort of turned the corner for his side in recent months.
Yeah, I mean, managers love good runs, obviously. No one likes to go on huge trails of defeats. And when your plans come together, it is very pleasing. But I think also picking up injuries to Ramsdale and Martinelli with illness, I think that'll be a little bit of a concern at this stage in the season. But we'll just see how it goes.
Absolutely. And of course, with Arsenal, it's only Alex Lacazette who is the real sort of out-and-out striker as well. Since Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's move to Barcelona, man is obviously firing for the Spanish Giants right now as well. Chance here for Aston Villa, and it was just put through by, I think that was one of the midfielders. I think it might have been Douglas Luiz, or it might have been Ramsey actually. But anyway, it's back with Tyrone Mings right now, and then back to Emi Martinez, who of course spent 10 years at Arsenal as well. Sort of started to break into the team after an injury. In fact, to Bernd Leno, and now obviously he's lining up against the same man today.
I think just going back to your point on Lacazette being a recognised striker, sometimes that can actually work in the team's favour because other players will then have to score the goals, and you are getting goals from all over the pitch now, whereas before it was very much kind of, is Aubameyang going to score? If not, are we going to score?
No, that's a fair point. And of course, Aubameyang was actually one of the men on the score sheet in the reverse fixture as well, which the Gunners went on and won 3-1. And he grabbed a goal that day. I think he missed the penalty originally. It was actually saved by Emi Martinez, but he was just there in the right place at the right time to put the rebound away. Here's Bukayo Saka now for Arsenal, coming up against Tyrone Mings. He's going to knock it back here to Odegaard, now Smith Rowe. And Smith Rowe's effort there. There's a decent opportunity for Arsenal there. And it's the three young men who have pretty much shone all season. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, and then Emil Smith Rowe, the three that are involved there.
Brilliant wait for the ball going straight through from Saka to run onto there. Played it back, and then I'm just going to watch. Yeah, Smith Rowe just gets under the shot.
There's a bit of a sort of panicked clearance there from Aston Villa as well. And Arsenal were trying to put them to the sword a little bit here now in terms of, getting a very early start here, an early positive start here, I should say. And it's them in possession right now with Gabriel Magalhaes and now Kieran Tierney onto with Smith Rowe there, and now back to the Scotsman again and just playing it around here at the minute between a few of the defenders and then onto Smith Rowe, and then that's with Odegaard and Smith Rowe there, but that's Gabriel and Ben White, and now knocks it on to Odegaard, and now it's with Ben White again. And Thomas Partey also involved there. Thomas Partey, of course, was instrumental in Arsenal's victory over Leicester last weekend. Of course, grabbing himself a goal and hitting the crossbar not long after that, and also being the man who won the penalty as well, which Alex Lacazette put away. So Arsenal fans very pleased with Thomas Partey's performance in that game, and saying that that's the Thomas Partey that Gunners fans signed when bringing him in from Atletico Madrid as well. Very positive game that the Arsenal man had last weekend.
Yeah, it's been impressive past couple of games. I mean, looking at the way they're playing today, Arsenal, they're trying to tire Villa out. I mean, until a couple of minutes ago, they were just retaining possession and moving the ball around, which can be very tiring for the opposition chasing after the ball. So they'll be glad to have the ball for a little bit now, Villa.
It's John McGinn to Jacob Ramsey, and straight away Alex Lacazette wins back possession as well. And he's got it again now, and there's a foul there by John McGinn. Referee Andy Medley says no free kick though, and Alex Lacazette is just gingerly getting to his feet. But did you see anything in that one, or was it just a sort of firm and fair challenge for you?
I've seen them giving us a free kick, but with it being Andy Medley, I can see why it wasn't given, and he's on VAR duty tomorrow, so that's brilliant.
Of course, FA Cup football this weekend as well, and that was concert there to Mings, and then on to Ashley Young, ex Manchester United man, of course, as well. In his second spell at Aston Villa, Ashley Young there, and that's knocked on by Buendia, and it's now back with Concert once more, and then Aston Villa just trying to knock it forward, but one back by Alex Lacazette for Arsenal, and now it's Martin Odegaard. He's got Bukayo Saka on the overlap. He's going to use him as well, and it's the two Englishmen fighting against each other here with Tyrone Mings doing the defensive work for Villa, which he does very well actually, and wins. Does he win a throw there, or does it go in Arsenal's favour? But it's good defensive work from Tyrone Mings anyway.
Yeah, just managed to cut the ball out and it's gone out for a Villa throw, so it must come off the Arsenal player last.
So that's good defensive work there from Tyrone Mings. Ashley Young just takes the throw now, and it's gone back to Arsenal with Thomas Partey there, and now Kieran Tierney on the overlap, and it's just a bit overrun there and straight through into the gloves of former Arsenal man Emi Martinez, of course, who spent some time on loan at Reading as well. And obviously he's had a few loan spells in his time as Martinez, but it was a bit of a strange one at the time when Martinez was obviously sold on to Aston Villa, but it seems to have worked well for him. And of course, Arsenal brought in Aaron Ramsdale, who's been pretty much an ever-present, although obviously he misses out through injury today. Here's Ollie Watkins now. Arsenal fan Ollie Watkins, actually one of his inspirations in football is actually Thierry Henry, the former Arsenal man. So obviously he's got good taste there. And Aston Villa have just won a free kick here. Cedric Suarez not happy with something. Just want to see whether there was a lot in that one or whether Andy Medley gave something a little bit soft there. Did look like he just caught him. It was Ashley Young he just caught there. Just have a look at this one from another angle. It was a bit of a body check, but you can kind of see why the Arsenal man's a little bit frustrated there, I think.
I think the frustration comes with the fact that he wasn't giving it until the next tackle went in. And then he went back and gave the first one. If you're going to give a free kick, just give a free kick.
Yeah, that's right. You can't just mess about it. If you're going to give it straight away. It's John McGinn over it now, and it's all the way past Matty Cash, who was just coming in on the back post there. He's obviously now newly been given a new international side as well. Of course, he's due to his mother, is available for Poland, and he's made a few appearances for them and come for an Arsenal man last, so it's now a Villa corner.
With that free kick, there were two players stood offside, so they couldn't go for the ball when the ball came in. And that always mind boggles me why you'd stand offside.
It's whipped in there, and it's a good header out by, that was Kieran Tierney, I think that was. It's now Smith Rowe for Arsenal on the counter-attack here. He's got Alex Lacazette looking to get in there. He's also got Cedric Suarez as well, and if he wants to use him, but he uses Martin Odegaard instead now. Oh. And it's a shot at goal there from Thomas Partey there, and straight down the nose, really, of the Argentine Emi Martinez. But that was good counter-attacking football from Arsenal there, and Villa have got to be a bit wary there when it comes to that.
Yeah, brilliant football going forward, and I thought it was an amazing ball into Odegaard. But I think Partey's shot was just a bit too easy.
It's a little bit of a weak effort there. It was Aston Villa just try and knock it on through Buendia, but it goes behind for an Arsenal throw in there as Aston Villa fans are just joining in a minute's applause here now for former man Andy Lockhead, who passed away just, I think it was yesterday or the day before. He was also an ex-Burnley player as well, in fact, I should say. Here's Bukayo Saka now. Going to get a cross in, and it's come off of Conser, that was, I believe, and it's Emi Martinez had to be alert to that one to turn it away from danger. Bit of a, hairy moment there, I should say, for Aston Villa.
I can see why Ezri Konsa did that, because otherwise it would have gone to Lacazette, but it was not the kind of direction you'd want to be trying to defend your ball onto.
No, it was definitely a hair and scare moment there for Aston Villa, and if that one nestled into the back of the net, then he'd certainly have had egg on his face. Here's Bukayo Saka now for Arsenal with this corner whipped in. It's one in the air by, that was Tyrone Mings, I think, that time. Now it's Cedric Suarez. He's going to see this one out for a throw, though, which he'll take himself. Play it down the line to Bukayo Saka there, who wins the throw off of Douglas Luiz, and Arsenal continuing to keep this pressure on, which they've started to mount early on. Cedric Suarez is going to take this throw now. He throws it into Odegaard. Back to Cedric once more, the former Southampton man, of course. Now Ben White. Cedric knocks it back now to Gabriel Magalhaes, the Brazilian. Now Ben White, who of course is one of the Arsenal men who are involved in the England squad, which is coming up. For the games coming up, I should say. I think there's 5, in fact, for the Gunners. Here's Gabriel Magalhaes now, and then Granit Xhaka onto Kieran Tierney, onto Smith Rowe. He's got Lacazette in support. Finds the captain as well, and good defending there from Villa. Now Douglas Luiz and hook clear by Matty Cash that time, but only out of play for an Arsenal throw.
On that chance, I think if there was somebody else running in after Lacazette touched it back, then you'd probably see a shot at goal. But I think because there wasn't anybody there, he'd pretty overplayed it.
Here's Martin Odegaard now for Arsenal. Just plays it across the back line to Gabriel again, and then on to that's Kieran Tierney there. Back to Gabriel once more, and he's going to just knock it on to Ben White and then Cedric Suarez. And Cedric Suarez here for the Gunners is just going to play it back into Gabriel again. Just keeping possession here early on. Granit Xhaka on to Kieran Tierney now. Now Smith Rowe here. Also scored in that 3-1 victory, Smith Rowe, I believe, as well. And also, I think Thomas Partey scored that day. Who's in possession now. Plays it out to Kieran Tierney. He wins. Does he win a free kick there off of the hands of Matty Cash? Referee says no. Not too sure whether that was going to be a handball or anything like that. It looked like it was potentially going to go out for a corner, in fact, but he kept it in. Jacob Ramsey scoring Villa's goal on that occasion in that 3-1 victory at the Emirates. It was a late consolation that day. Here's Granit Xhaka now, and then Tierney. And Xhaka just shoved down to the floor there and wins a free kick. Now it's with Ben White. And now Martin Odegaard here. On to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka on to Odegaard again. And now Thomas Partey here is going to play it across to Xhaka. On to Kieran Tierney now, the Scotsman. Got Granit Xhaka in support again, which he decides to use him. Now it's Thomas Partey. Plays it into, looking for Bukayo Saka there, and just a little bit too long on that one, and ends up just going all the way through to Emi Martinez in the Villa goal. And again, Arsenal looking to take the game to Villa earlier on, as you probably would expect with the sides in the form that Arsenal are in at the moment. And Aston Villa, they're having a few moments of trying to get the ball forward, but when they do, it seems to be pretty straightforward for Arsenal right now, and it's them who are creating more of the clear-cut chances.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are just showing the extra bit of quality in the final third, just not really getting the shots off at the minute, whereas Aston Villa are just trying to get a breather to their defence by kicking it as far away as possible.
That's right. It doesn't even matter, I don't think, too much if it even stays in play right now. But then it seems like Arsenal are starting out from the back and countering on them pretty quickly. Here's Xhaka now on to Smith Rowe. And is he caught there? The referee, is he going to go for an early yellow card? Here he is. He's going to pull out a yellow card there for Jacob Ramsey, I think that was.
Yeah, that was a yellow card tackle. I mean, I'm watching it again on the replay. Definitely a yellow card, that tackle. Doesn't matter this, it's 15 minutes in. That's a yellow card.
It was a bit of a late one. Of course, I think Aston Villa and Jacob Ramsey knew there who was in possession for Arsenal and how much he's been influential as well this season for the Gunners in terms of goals and assists. I think they're sort of very aware of how Smith Rowe has been playing for Arsenal this year. Here's Bukayo Saka now, and wins a throw there off of the fellow number 7, in fact, John McGinn. Could be taken by Cedric Suarez now. He's got Saka on the overlap, and he's going to go straight to him now, and it's well defended from, I think that was one of the, I'm not too sure who that was for Villa, but here's Ollie Watkins now, and now Coutinho in possession. Gets it back as well. Goes back to Douglas Luiz there, and now Konsa onto Matty Cash, and now Ramsey, who's just obviously just been booked a minute ago. Back to Ezri Konsa again. Now Tyrone Mings gets the ball across from Douglas Luiz there as well, and then on to Ashley Young there. Into Philip Coutinho. He's going to look for the overlap there, and it's a decent ball. Is he onside as well? Ben Dia? No, he's miles offside there, and as the assistant referee's got that one bang on.
I was gonna say, it is definitely offside, and if you're running it that far forward, you're gonna be very, very offside.
Absolutely. I think the assistant referee on that side's got it bang on that decision. Here's Ben White now to Gabriel. On to Kieran Tierney there. And back to Gabriel again. On to the Scotsman once more. Arsenal wearing their changed yellow away kit today with Villa in their normal home kit that they always wear, the claret. And it's Arsenal going from left to right in this first half. I should have probably said that at the start, but anyway, better late than never. Here's Ben White now. Here's Cedric Suarez. Now Gabriel Magalhaes again. On to Kieran Tierney there, the new Arsenal vice-captain, which originally was Alex Lacazette. And good touch there from Granit Xhaka to Smith Rowe. And he's put the ball across there to Bukayo Saka. Got Odegaard on the overlap. He uses him as well. Martin Odegaard back to Saka again. And it's a chance here for Arsenal. And there was Smith Rowe there. He was involved again. And good defending in the end from the Aston Villa defence, even though it did get a little bit fortunate, I think, as well.
Brilliant movement from basically most of the Arsenal players. I mean, there's potentially an offside for Odegaard, but that was brilliant play. And just
it was actually an effort from Smith Rowe there. Kind of just couldn't direct it past Martinez. I thought it was actually a Villa touch last, but it was the Arsenal man. Here's Tyrone Mings now back to Emi Martinez, the Villa keeper. Now that's Douglas Luiz there. Now it's with. That was Ramsey there. Knocks it on to Ashley Young now. Back to Jacob Ramsey again. On to Tyrone Mings now. 18.5 played. Still remains goalless. That's the number 10 there, Buendia. Now McGinn. There's a Villa man down on the far side. Just by the managerial teams there as well. But nothing's been given for that one. Here's Jacob Ramsey now. Back to Martinez again. Now it's with Konsa there and back to the Argentine keeper again. And Villa, I think, are just happy to keep possession for a minute now as they just kind of knock it between Konsa and Martinez, and now out to Cash and Ramsey as well. And now it looks like they are trying to get a bit of a foothold in this game now, Aston Villa. It's now Ashley Young. He loses out to Bukayo Saka, does he? Well played there from, that was the number 23. Was that number 23 for Villa?
Yeah.
Philip Coutinho, who just won the throw there. It's a good play from him.
Villa need to get a bit more possession because at the minute Arsenal are dominating the game, and if they want to have chances, Villa, they're going to have to retain the ball a bit better.
That's right, and it's Bukayo Saka there just kind of hoops that one into the air, and it's a battle now between Smith Rowe and John McGinn, which John McGinn wins and finds Matty Cash now on the overlap. Matty Cash.
Keep going. You had to keep
going. Ex-Nottingham Forest man, of course, who's somebody that I'm sure you would have seen plenty of times in action in the Championship, Luke. So, to see him in the Premier League is probably a little bit bittersweet, and obviously now a Polish international as well.
To be honest, I like Matty Cash, so I mean, at the time it funded us to be able to get more players in, and I mean we replaced him with Jed Spence. So I mean,
the delivery there, and it's Gabriel just got a foot on that one, and it lands nicely for Bernd Leno. Just want to see who got the cross in actually here for Villa. It was an offside in there, I think, against Ollie Watkins. But it was a good bit of play there from Ben White, who just got a foot to that one, and Bernd Leno was able to deal with it after that. But yeah, carrying on what you were saying about Matty Cash there.
Yeah, and I think if Matty Cash hadn't gone to Villa, you wouldn't have got Jed Spence. So I mean, you take every move as it comes, and I mean, there's a few players scattered around that Forest are now looking and probably thinking, oh, okay. Bit like Burton Diaz at Blackburn. These deals happen, and they go on to be better than they are. I mean,
It's a chance here for Arsenal. Kieran Tierney just whipped one in there, and it's Ashley Young just hooking that one away.
You have to give credit to the managers at the other clubs for improving the players that they bring in. I mean, Matty Cash has been brilliant for Villa, so I'm not too bothered, to be honest, that Matty Cash left us.
That's fair enough. And of course, when you look here, just Kieran Tierney's about to take this throw, but he's taking it in front of two legends of the game, really, as well. Mikel Arteta, of course, who is a former Arsenal captain, and then, of course, Steven Gerrard, who, everyone knows the history that Steven Gerrard's had in the game in his time at Liverpool, winning, I think, everything bar the Premier League. So here's Bukayo Saka, anyway, for Arsenal right now. It's just going to be Thomas Partey here, Alex Lacazette, and hook clear there from Ashley Young. But just going back to what I was saying, two really, tough tackling midfielders there who, loved the game as players, and they seem to love it just as much as managers as well. And they've both been successful in their time as players, and they're now looking to do it as managers on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the midfield should be good today with two holding midfielders managing the team, so at least that should be one position that is quite strong.
And of course, both have already won trophies in their very quite short time in charge, in managerial charge as well. Mikel Arteta doing it at Arsenal with the FA Cup win, and Steven Gerrard, of course, doing it in Scotland with Glasgow Rangers. Here's Ben White now, on to Cedric Suarez. Now Bukayo Saka. And back to Suarez again, the Portuguese defender. Now Ben White there. Of course, signed for a big fee from Brighton in the summer. And it's now with Smith Rowe. And now that's back with Ben. Sorry, it was Cedric, sorry. And now Ben White there. And now Gabriel. Now Tierney. Now it's with Smith Rowe, I should say. And now Thomas Partey there. On to Cedric Suarez. Coming up to 24 plays. Still awaiting that first goal. Bukayo Saka for Arsenal now.
That's all this game really needs is a goal.
I'm sure it will hopefully come sooner rather than later. There's Kieran Tierney with his throw for Arsenal now. And it's Arsenal who are looking to get the early goal. Because in that fight for the top four, this is one of the games in hand as well, with FA Cup action taking place later on today and across this weekend. Here's Odegaard now. Now Bukayo Saka gets the cross in, and it's straight into the gloves of Martinez, who claimed that one pretty easily, to be fair. Of course, Arsenal currently sitting in fourth spot right now, and a win would close the gap on third place Chelsea as well. Here's Ben White now, and now, so it was Gabriel, I should say. Now Xhaka, now that's gone out of play there. Smith Rowe was involved, also Tierney was involved there as well. The referee's just having a word with. I think has he given a free kick there, or was that what Arsenal were complaining about? It's not been given by Andy Madley anyway.
I think it was a free kick. I think it was just taken short, so they just passed it on.
Okay. Here's Ben White now. Now Gabriel. Now it's with Granit Xhaka there. Now Kieran Tierney. What can Kieran Tierney do here for Arsenal? He just runs that one out of play. It's good defended, in fact, from that was that Jacob Ramsey?
Yeah.
It's good work from him. 26 minutes played, still 0-0, and I'm sure, if you're analysing this game so far in the opening stages, I think Mikel Arteta will be pretty pleased with how his Arsenal side have played, and Aston Villa and Steven Gerrard might be a little bit disappointed in how they haven't really got into this game as of yet.
I think Arteta will be pleased to an extent, but I think he'll be unhappy with the fact they've not been able to capitalise on any of their chances yet. On the flip side, Gerrard will probably want a bit more play, but is also probably happy at the minute they haven't conceded.
Here's a chance here for Buendia, and it's just hit the foot of Watkins, who gets it back from Coutinho now, and that's good defending from Cedric Suarez there, who just puts it behind for a corner. It's good work from him. He's covered well, actually, as Cedric Suarez, not just on that occasion, but in fact in the last few weeks in place of Takiri Tomiyasu as well.
Yeah, and there's decent link-up play between Buendia and Watkins there.
With good players. They got a bit fortunate just in the kind of minute beforehand, but they've got a corner here now, so we'll see what happens from this. Going to be whipped in here for Aston Villa. And it's straight into the gloves of Bernd Leno there, who kind of claims that one pretty easily. As Kieran Tierney goes down, just a bit of a collision between the Scotsman there and his German counterpart, who obviously is in goal now for Arsenal at the minute. Bit of a mixture of Konsa and Young involved there as well, the two Villa men.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a lot in it, to be honest. It was just, he just kind of got caught up in it, to be honest.
He's up to his feet anyway and just able to carry on. Here's Ben White to Cedric Suarez now. Back to Ben White once more. Ben White's going to look to use Suarez again, which he does. Arsenal 59% possession to Villa's 41 so far. Bukayo Saka goes down there and wins a free kick for that foul there by Ashley Young. The experienced left back. Well, I say left back, he's actually quite a versatile player. He's obviously played at left back, but he's also played further forward as well throughout his career.
That is a very soft free kick.
It's one of those ones. Ashley Young there is not complaining too much.
But I do think it is a bit soft. But then again, it probably was a free kick.
It's going to be Cedric Suarez and Bukayo Saka here in discussion about what to do with this set piece. It's got Thomas Partey, Alex Lacazette, Granit Xhaka all in the mix there. Got Martin Odegaard there if he wants to play it a short one across as well. They're still going back to decide what they're going to do with this free kick again now. There's a bit of coming together between Thomas Partey and I think is that Emi Buendia there as well. Just referee's just trying to sort that one out. Granit Xhaka involved as well. No surprise there when it comes to the Swiss international. Here's Bukayo Saka now. Here's Cedric Suarez. Gets the cross in and it's a bit long, but one in the air by what was that? Ben White there. And it's a shot at goal by Thomas Partey. I think that was, and it's to the back. It's Bukayo Saka, in fact. And it's into the bottom corner there. Emi Martinez has absolutely no chance. And from that set piece there, Bukayo Saka, the England international, has given Arsenal, to be fair, what looks like a very well-deserved lead. And it's the Gunners who are 1-up now at Villa Park, thanks to that goal there from Bukayo Saka. It was a bit of a missed time effort, if you ask me. But, they all count. And Bukayo Saka will take that one every day of the week. What do you make of that one, Luke?
Yeah, so my mic disconnected. Yeah, it was a bit of an odd shot, I thought. I'm just watching it back again. I'll get closer up now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it goes through about 3 Villa players, which probably obscures Martinez's view there. But decent shot, and Arsenal deserved the goal anyway, so I think that just about tops off the Arsenal first half so far.
It was a good effort from Bukayo Saka. To be fair, if you're gonna shoot, then you're with a chance of getting yourself a goal. And sometimes the luck will go for you, as it did Arsenal there. And Aston Villa looking to counter attack straight away, and it's good defending from Gabriel there, and just put further forward from Tierney, but only as far as I think that's Konsa there and Douglas Luiz, and now Tyrone Mings. But as you say, Arsenal probably deserve that on the balance of the opening 30 minutes or so. And it's a late one here as well, which I think Tyrone Mings is involved. There's a bit of another shoving match here. Alex Lacazette's just been shoved to the floor as well. And And Aston Villa seemed to be getting quite heated there for a minute as Bukayo Saka down, and then Alex Lacazette's trying to get away from it all, and he seems to be shoved to the floor as well.
I don't really think there was any need for the tackle in the first place. Never mind the bit afterwards. Just follow your player back.
I think there's been a booking there for the Arsenal man. I think that was Thomas Partey, was it, who's just been shown a yellow card there? Or was it Granit Xhaka? I think Granit Xhaka looks quite animated. Maybe it was him. We'll find out in a minute.
Actually shown the yellow card yet because he's just holding it in a minute madly.
I think he just showed it to one of the Arsenal men. I'm not too sure which one. If it was Xhaka or Partey, one of the two there. Now they are looking at something with VAR though here. He's got a yellow in his hands as Andy Madley, of course.
I'm surprised we're looking at the tackle.
Yeah, it was. I'm not too sure really what happened and whether obviously the melee kind of went on from there. Alex Lacazette.
He's not really got control of this yet, Andy Madley.
He hasn't, has he?
He just tended to disappear.
It's Tyrone Mings there. He's just about to be given a yellow card here. I think it was Thomas Partey who was given a yellow for Arsenal as well. I will try and confirm that when I know. I'm not too sure why, but that one there.
Yeah, yellow card.
Yellow's fair. I wouldn't have given any more than that. So I think the referee's got that one right. I'm not too sure why the Arsenal man's been booked. Maybe it was for, it might be Thomas Partey running over to him there and just kind of saying, go and check it on VAR. Maybe that's why the referee's just kind of showing his authority a little bit there, potentially.
I mean, there's no confirmation yet of the yellow card for Arsenal.
I'm sure there was one that was just given to an Arsenal man though as well. Just looking here, John McGinn. No. Not too sure there. Could have been. I'm sure there was an Arsenal man that was just showing a yellow there. Anyway, we're in that mix. I'll have to try and see if I can get a confirmation of that one at some point, or if anyone can confirm with us, that'd be much appreciated as well. As Bukayo Saka just kind of hobbles gingerly off the pitch now. The man who has given Arsenal the lead so far. And he's actually looked quite bright in the opening 34 minutes as well, the England superstar. John McGinn has actually been shown a yellow as well.
Yeah, I'd probably for the shove afterwards.
Possibly on Alex Lacazette, maybe, yeah. Just having a look here. Steven Gerrard doesn't look very best pleased there. Neither did Gary McAllister. In fact, he was sat behind him because the Aston Villa assistant now, I believe, ex-Leeds man.
Just some news in the Championship. Coventry are beating Derby 1-0.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for that. Here's Thomas Partey for Arsenal now. And we'll try and get the goal scorer for that one in a minute as well. Here's Ben White. On to Cedric Suarez. And now Thomas Partey. Good turn from him. And now knocks it on to Kieran Tierney there. About 10 minutes to go of this half.
The goal scorer for Coventry was Matt Godden.
Lovely. Very, very, very happy to see that. Ex-Stevenage man, of course.
And there was no card for an Arsenal player then.
So it's just Aston Villa who are now on 3 yellow cards. Ramsey, McGinn and Tyrone Mings are the 3 that are on yellows for Steven Gerrard's men. There was Aaron Ramsdale there for Arsenal as well. Just sat behind Mikel Arteta there, I believe. So he is actually there today. He's obviously not playing because of his injury, but looks like he's travelled with the rest of the squad by the looks of that.
I like that. I like it when players decide they're going to travel with the squad even when they're not involved. Joe Worrell did it at Cardiff, I think, as well.
Of course, Aaron Ramsdale, he's going to be very disappointed to be missing out on this one, as he is any game, to be fair. And I think on the back of Wednesday's game as well against Liverpool, where he was actually at fault for the first goal as well. I think he really wanted to, be able to put that one sort of to bed straight away. So it's very unfortunate that he misses out today. In fact, Bukayo Saka was potentially at fault for the second goal of that on that occasion as well. Manu's now obviously given Arsenal the lead in this one right now this afternoon, though.
I think goalkeepers are always going to make those sorts of mistakes at some point, though, and Ramsdale's been pretty decent so far this season.
Yeah, that's 100%. As I think, what's happened here? 1 second, I've just got to give this one a little refresh. It's my channel. It seems to have gone offline for a minute there. Hopefully that doesn't continue. Let's give that one a little refresh there. So if you can just keep everyone across with what's going on, Luke, because at the minute my stream seems to have disappeared on me.
Yeah, Arsenal have just had an attack, but it's now back with Tierney into the box and out for a goal kick to Villa. Just watching a replay of this, it just gets flicked in and evades Lacazette.
Let's see if I can get this one working again. So apologies about that. Just technical glitches here.
Ball's now with Leno as the ball was overhit from Villa's midfield. Arsenal is playing it around at the back now, just getting pressed by Villa. Inside their own penalty area. Now it's back out to Tierney on the far side. Oh, misplaced pass. Ball into the box and just headed away by Ben White.
So I've got something going on. Here's in where I'm at the minute now. It's with Arsenal right now, though, on where I'm at. And it's a chance here for Tierney to whip one into the box, and it's defended well there from Matty Cash. I think that's Granit Xhaka now on to Kieran Tierney there, and it's just going to be put forward towards Lacazette and out of play for a Villa goal kick. Still remaining 1-0.
Yeah, so you're a little bit further behind me now.
Okay.
Because that was that Tierney cross that I did about 2 minutes ago.
That's fine. I just have to continue with where I'm at. Here's Tyrone Mings now looking for the on-running John McGinn and put back by, that was Ben White, was it, to Bernd Leno there. Now Kieran Tierney, now Smith Rowe, and now Granit Xhaka there. Back to Bernd Leno there. On to Ben White. Ben White across to Gabriel. And on to Kieran Tierney there now. Arsenal leading 1-0 still. That was a bit of a poor pass. Now I know exactly where we're at. And Villa couldn't capitalise on that one. But here's Martin Odegaard. And now it's back to Ben White for Arsenal now. He's got Cedric Suarez on the overlap, which he uses him as well.
I'll watch it out of sync till half time, then we'll sync up again at half time.
Perfect, mate. Thank you. Now here's Gabriel, and now Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney gets it back again as well from Smith Rowe, and now here's Gabriel. Ben White there. Bit of a poor touch from him, but he's able to hook it clear anyway. And only as far as Emi Martinez there in the Villa goal, who comes out and claims that one. And Aston Villa just knocking it around here now. And it's Tyrone Mings in possession. He consoled the ball as well. And Douglas Luiz involved. Ramsey as well. He seems to be kind of dropping back when he needs to there. Here is Douglas Luiz now. Coming up to half time. Not too long now. About 5 minutes to go. Here's Philip Coutinho on to Matty Cash, going to get across in here. Let's come off with Cedric Suarez and behind for a Aston Villa corner kick there.
Yes, I'm not that far ahead.
Okay.
I've just seen that corner.
That's not too bad then. The corner's just about to be whipped in now. By Douglas Luiz, is that? The chance here for Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz whips it in. It's one of the near posts there, but only as far as Coutinho. Lacazette won it for Arsenal, but now it's Luiz again. Good play there from Bukayo Saka to hook that one out of play for a throw-in. Buendia's disappointed there. Not too sure whether it's with his own ball or with anything else. I think it was actually Thomas Partey might have been who put it behind there, in fact. Now here's Saka. Saka hooks that one forward, but there's no Arsenal man there, so it just goes comfortably through to Emi Martinez, who comes out of his goal and just knocks it on to John McGinn. And now it's with Buendia now, and now Coutinho. On to Ashley Young. Back to Philippe Coutinho again. Going to try and find Ollie Watkins there now, and good bit of play there from Gabriel. And here's Xhaka and Partey now. Thomas Partey for Arsenal finds Alex Lacazette, and now Xhaka, and now Martin Odegaard. Odegaard on to Cedric Suarez. Now Bukayo Saka, the Arsenal goal scorer, caught by Ashley Young there, and free kick's been given. Just have a look here now. Tyrone Mings and Thomas Partey. There was a bit of a shoving match between the two number 5s, but referee Andy Madley didn't want to give anything there. Here's Ben White to Gabriel now. Now Ben White again. Back to Gabriel once more. And now Kieran Tierney there. On to Smith Rowe, and now Partey. Thomas Partey for Arsenal. Now, that's Smith Rowe. I think it was Xhaka before. He gets it back now as well.
There we go.
Now Kieran Tierney for Arsenal. Gets the cross in, and it's headed behind by Tyrone Mings there. One of the 3 Aston Villa men on yellow card so far in this game.
Right, I'm back in sync.
Okay, mate. We managed to resolve that issue. Still Villa 0, Arsenal 1, and Arsenal have a corner kick here. Just about 3 minutes to go, plus any additional time of the first half. Let's see whether Arsenal can double their advantage before the break. It's going to be, I think, Odegaard's over this corner alongside, not too sure who else that is. Smith Rowe might have been, and it's whipped in towards Gabriel, who was up there from the back, and good goalkeeping there from Emi Martinez. Just Ashley Young now for Aston Villa. Now it's with Jacob Ramsey, and on by Douglas Luiz to Tyrone Mings, who is currently in possession. Now Jacob Ramsey again. Is that a foul there by Thomas Partey on Jacob Ramsey?
I'd say so.
Does look like it, yeah. Just left a foot in there on the Aston Villa man. Jacob Ramsey is up to his feet though and able to carry on. It's Tyrone Mings to knock this one forward, and it's given away though, and it's now with Thomas Partey for Arsenal. Now Cedric Suarez. Back to Benjamin White. Now Thomas Partey again. Now Suarez. Tries to find Smith Rowe though. Knocks it onto Lacazette, and Lacazette switches it across to Kieran Tierney now. Here's the former Arsenal captain, Granit Xhaka, of course no longer captain anymore. And Tierney knocks it on to Gabriel. And now Thomas Partey there, and then back to Gabriel once more. And then Kieran Tierney gets it back. He gets the cross in as well. And Ashley Young just chests it back to his goalkeeper there, who looks to get Villa moving forward with a long goal kick there. And he does find Ollie Watkins as well. He loses out, though, to Gabriel and Partey there. Now Tierney. Now Smith Rowe. Now it's with Xhaka. Just coming up to the close of this first half, around about 20 seconds of the 45 to go before we find out how much additional time will be added on. Here's Martin Odegaard now. Here's Lacazette. Now Saka. Now Odegaard again. Switches across the play there to Kieran Tierney. Smith Rowe as well. And there's Xhaka. So a foul there. Referee says the free kick's actually gone in Aston Villa's favour, and a bit of a shoving match there with Xhaka and Buendia. I think the Arsenal man is going to be shown a yellow on that occasion. Just went and pushed him in the face a bit there, did the Swiss international.
What a surprise. The one thing you could probably say was going to happen in this match was Xhaka gets the yellow card.
I was surprised he didn't actually get a yellow on Wednesday. It made for a bit of a welcome change. Granit Xhaka just being called over by Andy Madley now. We've got 3 minutes of additional time, by the way, which we are now entered as well. Having a look there, it was Xhaka fouling Buendia, and then Buendia does a little cheeky back heel and then just pushes Xhaka a little bit, and then Xhaka kind of, I'm not too sure what happens there, kind of gets in this, well, it looked like Buendia went to his face a bit, try and go into his chest a little bit there with his face, and then Xhaka didn't like it, so just pushed him away. A little bit of nothing, a bit of handbags, I suppose, is what you'd call that. Here's Ashley Young now.
A bit of unnecessary reactions that were just pointless.
Exactly. Here's John McGinn now. Now it's with the number 6, Louise, and then out to, not too sure who it was, but it's on to Cash anyway. Just was a bit late there. Is that Matty Cash was a bit late there. Aston Villa again, leaving in a few nasty challenges on the Arsenal men right now.
Yeah.
On Kieran Tierney that time. Looks like he was going for the ball though.
He pushes the ball too far forward there, Matty Cash, and then has to stretch for it. And Tierney just steps across his path and they just kind of collide with each other. I mean, it was late and it was probably a free kick, but I mean, I could see what Cash was trying to do there.
Stephen Gerrard's in discussion with Martin Atkinson, the fourth official there as well, sort of saying, that ball was there to be won. Why can't he at least try and go for it? And I think I tend to agree that, it is there to be won, but he was slightly late there. The now Polish international.
Yes.
Here's Tyrone Mings now, just coming up to the end of this first half, about 25 seconds remaining of the additional 3 that we had. Here's Mings in possession, trying to switch it across to Ashley Young now. See if there's any time for Aston Villa to grab themselves an equaliser right now, but doesn't look like it at the moment. It was good defensive work from Ben White there. Here's Coutinho. Now, one back by Saka, but now only as far as Douglas Luiz. He tries to switch it across into the area looking for Ollie Watkins, who was there. And good play from Bernd Leno, who claims that one comfortably, and that will probably see us to half-time, I think, that time. But that bit of good goalkeeping there from the German international.
I thought so.
Did it with Gabriel alongside him as well. And you see Aaron Ramsdale there, as I mentioned earlier. He's quite pleased there with how the German stepped in this first half.
Mm-hmm.
And Bernd Leno just kind of went over the top of Gabriel as well, and looks like he's all right, though.
Yeah, it was a bit of a heavy landing, really, wasn't it? He's got back up to his feet, though, so I think he'll be all right.
Just showing some of the Arsenal subs here, including goalkeeper Arthur Okonkwo, who's the backup, just in case anything was to happen to Bernd Leno. And there is the half-time whistle, and it's Arsenal who are leading at the break through Bukayo Saka's goal. Good bit of play from the Gunners in that first half, and to be fair, I think they deserve it. And it looks like it's kicking off a bit here now with Thomas Partey and John McGinn just at the end of that half as well. Bukayo Saka going over to talk to the referee, Andy Madley, as well. But it looked like something was going on there between Partey and John McGinn. I'm not too sure what that was about.
Oh, again, just some unnecessary stuff that doesn't need to happen. I mean, it's been a bit of a feisty affair, but at the same time, I think it's just football.
I think that's right, and we will try and see if anything came of that. I don't think anything will. I think Thomas Partey and John McGinn have just had a little bit of afters from earlier, but they all seem to have, got away with and down the tunnel now, I should say. So that's, I think, been resolved and dealt with. So just having a look here now at the current affairs in the table as well. Of course, Arsenal sitting fourth with, of course, leading this game by a goal to nil. They can't move up any places or anything like that, but it does look like at the minute the Gunners are going to be closing the gap on Chelsea, with Aston Villa still sitting in ninth. Still got a couple of games in hand though as well, where they played, well, be a game less in fact than Wolves right now, who are sitting 10 points ahead of them though. And Arsenal, if they carry on how they've played in that first half and are able to see the job out, then they'll only be 5 points behind Chelsea and on level games played as well. Saka bringing in Arsenal's 2,000th goal there as well. It's something I was going to mention later on, but Bukayo Saka there scoring Arsenal's 2,000th goal, and it's just Manchester United and Liverpool, the other two sides, who have scored any more than that. So that's a nice touch there. Bukayo Saka scoring Arsenal's 2,000th goal in Premier League history. We'll take a short break in a minute just so we can get everything sorted out for second half action. But as things stand, it is the Gunners who are leading by a goal to nil. No, not to worry about that at all. And we will just give you some analysis as well in a minute. But yeah, so over to you, Luke, just for a second. That first half there, Arsenal, 1-0 up at the break. And to be fair, we were saying it looks like they deserve it as well. What do you reckon Steven Gerrard can say to his side at half time to get him going? And if you look at the subs as well, where do you think he could potentially look at making changes? Do you think maybe a Danny Ings or a Traore or a Leon Bailey might enter the fray sort of sooner rather than later?
I think to start off with, Villa just need to get hold of the ball and retain it a bit, because they keep getting it and trying to ping it up to Watkins, and it's not really working, because if you're trying to play high balls into Watkins against Gabriel and Ben White, they're just going to head it away. You need to really kind of work it around and try and do what Arsenal have been doing, make some space for the players. I mean, Matty Cash has had a couple of tries down that side, but I've not seen a lot attacking wise from Ashley Young. The midfield's been a bit kind of vacant going forward. It's been more kind of in the Arsenal half. But at the same time, when Arsenal have had most of the ball and have been playing like they have been doing today, it's not a real surprise. I mean, you've got really young, energetic players in there for Arsenal, so they're going to be able to retain the ball, move the ball around. It's easier to play with the ball than without the ball. And I think if Arsenal continue to quickly move it around as they have been doing, Aston Villa will tire incredibly quickly, and Arsenal will get a few more in the second half.
And you mentioned there, obviously, with Ashley Young, just obviously, he's experienced, and he knows the game inside and out. But is he on the wrong side of 30 now? And potentially, that's where the likes of Bukayo Saka have been capitalising in that first half.
I don't think he's the wrong side of 30. I just think that he's not understanding the fact that he's got to also do what Matty Cash does and try and stretch Arsenal. I think with the fact that Tyrone Mings has now been booked, John McGinn's been booked, has Ashley Young been booked as well?
I don't know. I know Jacob Ramsey was booked. I think that's just the three that have shown been shown yellows in that first half. And obviously the one at the end there for Xhaka for Arsenal, yeah.
So I suppose Ashley Young doesn't want to leave too much in behind space-wise, because Mings can't really do anything wrong in the second half because he's already been booked. But at the same time, I just think you've got to focus more going forward than kind of what's happening behind you, because at the end of the day, if they don't score in the second half, they're going to lose.
And they're yet to actually have an attempt at a goal, Aston Villa as well. Arsenal have had 4, with 2 of those being on target. But when you look at that first half, Aston Villa are yet to even have an attempt at goal in anger at all.
Yeah, and it showed. I mean, the play has all been around kind of Arsenal's box. You had a few glimmers of attacking from Villa, but again, nothing really on target, and it it shows in the scoreline.
Just having a look here at that goal for Bukayo Saka again. Now, he kind of looks like he hits it into the ground and then it kind of nestles into the corner there. Obviously, he goes over and celebrates in front of the Arsenal fans as well. But, just having a look at the free kick as well, of how it all kind of came about. It was, a good delivery from the Arsenal man. But, if you look at how Aston Villa defended that one, they did defend it very well. When the ball, it was, quite simple really for Arsenal there. With sort of no Aston Villa man really trying to close Arsenal down, and Arsenal kind of just getting through at will there.
But there was 2 Villa players on 3 Arsenal players for that free kick, and then really it was just to kind of head back across, bounce down, and then Saka just pounced on the loose ball and hits it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no urgency from Villa when Arsenal get the ball to get amongst it and try and stop them from getting through. It has been a bit too easy in defence from Villa, and again, when they're not really going forward, they can't really allow for mistakes like that.
And you say that there's been no urgency in terms of Aston Villa's play. They've been urgent enough to put in a few late challenges. They've been urgently going in for that. But when it comes to actually, I think when you look at the way that they played that first half, I think they've got it all wrong. I think they're looking at Arsenal. They're like, what can we do to stop Arsenal? And I think the only thing that they've come up with is to try and injure the Arsenal players within that first 45 minutes.
The shapes, I feel like the shape's all wrong because you'd kind of do a 4-3-3 and you're trying to match Arsenal up. And really, they should just look and think, well, how can we get in behind that defence? And I don't think Coutinho and Buendia either side of Watkins is really the answer because Coutinho is not blessed with huge amounts of pace.
No.
So, really, Coutinho needs to be the one playing sort of threading the balls in behind us, say Traore or Watkins, and maybe lose Buendia. I mean, I've not been that impressed with him at Villa anyway, Buendia, but that first half, both Coutinho and Buendia were a bit non-existent.
Yeah, they've been passengers throughout that first 45 minutes. Yeah,
and I mean, I'd love to see them really get a bit more pace into the game so they can stretch Arsenal, and then they don't have to be so kind of pushed and penned in.
No, I think I'd agree with that as well. And if you look at the Arsenal, back line, it's Ben White, Gabriel, and Tierney are men who are regulars, but Cedric's been a regular in recent couple of weeks to replace Takiri Tomiyasu, who's obviously out injured. But when you look at him, he's there to be got out, and obviously Bernd Leno hasn't really been tested in that first half. And for somebody who isn't Arsenal's out and out number one at the moment, he's not had anything really to do. He's not had a save of note to make or anything like that. And you'd expect Aston Villa to be kind of putting the balls into the box and putting a bit of pressure on them.
But if I was the Arsenal defence right now, I'd be fairly content with knowing that Buendia and Coutinho are either side, and they're not exactly getting in. All Arsenal have to do is just step across into the line of the balls that come across to them,
Yeah,
and then just move it forward into the likes of Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, Partey, Xhaka, and it just goes forward. They're not really that threatened that much when Villa get the ball because they don't have that really kind of strength and pace to get in behind Villa.
No, it looks like that way at the minute. And obviously, as I was saying, there's a few men on the bench there who could come on and make a difference. Because Danny Ings is a one that we mentioned just a minute ago, as well as Traore. And potentially, you could look at changing up the formation a little bit and going two up top as well. Because, if you look at their last lineup for Aston Villa, Buendia was only on the substitutes bench on that occasion. And then Coutinho was sort of sitting more behind the strikers, whereas it actually looks like he's potentially, him and Buendia are more alongside Ollie Watkins in this one. So potentially look at maybe changing it up a little bit in terms of formation to go back to what they're suited to.
It's kind of what I've been saying, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coutinho is better behind the strikers because he can ping the balls in. And then whether you've got Ings there, whether you put Traore slightly wider to get the balls across that way, Bailey on the other side, putting balls on the other side, something different that Arsenal haven't had to contend with yet, because it's not working. You're quite right from Villa, and I mean, we can sit here and pick apart kind of what needs to be done, but at the end of the day, Steven Gerrard's experienced enough now to know that second half, if they do that, they're not gonna win. And that's the brutal truth. If they keep playing the way they have been doing first half, they will lose this game of football.
That's right, and of course they are looking to bounce back as well. Aston Villa on the back of I think it was a defeat last time out where they were beaten by West Ham. Obviously, West Ham aside in the mix as well at the moment for European football. Jacob Ramsey scored on that occasion, and if you look at the games before that, they'd actually scored quite a few goals before that as well. Beating Leeds convincingly, beating Southampton convincingly, and then going to Brighton and beating them as well. So they've played quite well in the last sort of 4 or 5 games. Obviously, they lost to Watford in that time as well. But it looked like that defeat to Watford had kind of got them kind of looking at things a little bit differently again, where they went and they scored 9 goals without conceding, and then they go to West Ham and are beaten. And maybe that's something that's in the back of Steven Gerrard's mind again now. Obviously, knowing that they lost to West Ham last time out, and now they're trying to get a positive result here today. Sorry, I should say. But they know they're doing it against a side who are obviously in good form and are showing a lot of people what they've sort of been about this season. Obviously, since the sort of poor start that Arsenal had anyway as well.
It just appears to me that whether it's Steven Gerrard or whether it's the Villa players have taken more notice of the opposition and what they can actually do.
Yeah.
And it screams that from the team selection. They've gone more kind of 4-3-3 to match it up, try and stop Arsenal getting in behind and trying to be a bit more compact. And it's just not working. And if they're stuck with Coutinho in behind 2 strikers, and then I don't know what they did behind that, but if they'd done that first half, and especially if they changed it to that second half, I reckon they'll get a bit more joy, because then players can move around the ball. Coutinho can then be on that kind of pivot role and slide those balls in behind. Before the second half kicks off, I am going to have to go and refill my drink, so I'll be 2 seconds.
That's fine. I'll keep fingers crossed and keep it ticking as we go into the second half in a minute. And the 2 sides are actually coming out as well. And obviously, if you look at the last lineup as well, of course, Luca Dean obviously is out as well for Aston Villa today. He was part of that lineup against West Ham. Callum Chambers only on the bench as well. So they've changed it up a bit defensively. And it's just not worked for Aston Villa in that first half. We'll have to wait and see whether they're able to make more of a game of it in the second half, as Aston Villa, I think, are already out, and Arsenal are just going to be following in a moment. As you see, just some of the Arsenal players there having a discussion amongst themselves about where to go from here in the second half now. It's the Gunners just entering to the field right now. And in fact, Villa were following on from Arsenal, in fact, that time. With Arsenal out first, but only by a split second or two. We'll run you through the substitutes if anyone does come on as well. The substitutions, I should say, if anything is changed at half time. Villa are back out now as well. Steven Gerrard just zipping his coat up there a little bit and coming out to the touchline. It's currently Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 1. If you're joining us late, Bukayo Saka's goal for Arsenal, the 2000th goal for the Gunners as well. Mikel Arteta also taken to his seat now. It's going to be the Gunners to get us underway for the second half.
All right, I'm back.
That's fine, mate. That's all good. We're just about to get underway for second half action in the second anyway now. It's going to be, I think, I'm not too sure what's happening there, but Steven Gerrard and Gary McAllister are in discussion with some of the officials there about, I think, how the game was officiated in the first half, possibly. Not too sure they could have too many complaints, though, as Arsenal are going to be getting us underway. Smith Rowe just knocks it back there to Bernd Leno now, and we're back underway for the second half. And he just clears it forwards, and it's now with, that was Smith Rowe, was it? And now here's Saka, and now whipped in by Cedric, and headed clear by Matty Cash that time, but only as far as Saka. Good play there from the Aston Villa man who wins a free kick, which I think was John McGinn, was it, possibly? Villa have a free kick here in their own box early on, to which Tyrone Mings will take. And in fact, he's going to leave it for Douglas Luiz, in fact. And he's going to play it on to Ramsey, who gives the ball away to Alex Lacazette now. And Arsenal have a chance here through Saka. Now Lacazette opens up his body for a shot and well blocked there. But a chance here for Thomas Partey now. And now Xhaka on to Tierney. And now back to Xhaka again. Back to Kieran Tierney once more on the left-hand side. Going to get a cross in here. And it's good defending there from Villa. But only, in fact, it's now out with Watkins, who loses out to Gabriel, and now here's Xhaka. Now we've got Smith Rowe, and now Tierney. Smith Rowe gets it back again. Emil Smith Rowe for Arsenal. On to Kieran Tierney now. Goes back to Gabriel. And on it goes now to Emil Smith Rowe. Cuts inside and plays it across. In fact, he gives it away that time to Watkins, who gives it away to Thomas Partey in return. And now Arsenal can get it forward with Martin Odegaard. And now Bukayo Saka. Here's Odegaard now. Looking to double that advantage. Here's Cedric Suarez. Whips across in and comes off of the Villa man, Ashley Young, and behind for a corner kick there. It's a good start from Arsenal again, continuing on with how they played within that first half.
Yeah, but Villa got a free kick and just gave the ball away. And I mean, it's kind of goes against everything we've been saying at half time. They've got to retain the ball to be able to go forward. And they just can't seem to control the ball, contain the ball, and then play it forward. It's mind-boggling at the minute what Villa's actual game plan is.
Or if they've really got one that seems to be working. Here is Bukayo Saka over the corner with Cedric Suarez. Was that? Now Smith Rowe opens up his body for a shot, and it's straight at goalkeeper Emi Martinez. But it was a good corner there from Arsenal, and Smith Rowe in acres of space there, nobody anywhere near him.
Finally, we've seen a corner with a bit more invention.
Picks out Smith Rowe there, and Aston Villa, just not closing him down at all. And for somebody who, as we said in the first half, has been that instrumental for Arsenal this season, that could have easily proved to be costly. His cross here for Villa now, and I think it was John McGinn looking for Watkins, but it goes behind for a goal kick. It was a bit better from Villa, though.
Again. That was poor.
It was a little bit better in terms of getting forward, but then again, still couldn't do anything in the final third in terms of getting the cross onto Ollie Watkins there. I don't think there has been any changes at half-time. I will confirm in a little while, but it doesn't look like there has been.
There wasn't any on the ticker as it went across at the start of the game.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a through ball there for Kieran Tierney now, and Kieran Tierney just takes a bit of a heavy touch there, but it's put behind by Ezri Konsa for an Arsenal throw anyway. Still remaining 1-0 to Mikel Arteta's men. Bukayo Saka, the goal scorer. Here's Kieran Tierney now looking to take this throw and throw it short to Smith Rowe, but Smith Rowe isn't able to make the run, so it's given away. In fact, in the end, by was that Granit Xhaka, I believe. And Arsenal have another throw though, just further down in their own half now, which Gabriel will take. Of course, you're listening to the Commentary Hub's coverage of this Premier League game, also live across Storm FM and Commentary Hub 2 and the Twitch channel as well, and my Twitch channel as well on this one, in partnership with the Melon streaming app. Go and check them out at melonapp.com, I believe it is. And we will have a player of the match a little bit later as well, in around about 40 minutes or so from now. Just before that, here's John McGinn now, loses out to Lacazette, and now here's Martin Odegaard. Here's Bukayo Saka now. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard gets a shot away and it takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner there.
Again, McGinn wants way too much time on the ball. Get the ball and play it wide, or just play it off. You don't get that much time in the Premier League.
No, it's a good play from Arsenal. Martin Odegaard gets a shot at goal there and takes a double deflection in the end, I believe, off of two Villa men and behind for a corner, which Cedric and Saka are over.
Did that Smith Rowe free again?
Yeah, as I said, they don't seem to be learning right now, Aston Villa. Especially, it's a bit strange considering they tried to sign him, in fact, as well. Now it's a chance here for Arsenal, and it's with Granit Xhaka now. Now back to Kieran Tierney, who's back there, I think that was. Looking for Saka, and one in the air by Ashley Young that time. And a free kick has gone against Martin Odegaard there, and in favour of John McGinn. That's the bit of just one free kick there.
I mean, really, free kick for that, really?
There's a chance here for Villa now, and it's with Matty Cash on to Emi Buendia, and now back to that was McGinn there. Now Coutinho out wide to Ashley Young. Ashley Young for Aston Villa is going to get a cross in, and it's good header away from Gabriel there. Just
again, good. That's kind of what I was on about though. The pace of Ashley Young, he put a brilliant ball in. That was
a good cross
to the back
and obviously
post. And
Gabriel is kind of actually had to do a little bit of work there.
Let's see if they can do it from this corner.
John McGinn's going to take the corner. He's going to play it across to Douglas Luiz there. And it's one in the air by Granit Xhaka. Only as far as I think that was Consa that time. And now it's whipped across and into the box. And headed clear. So yeah, hook clear, I should say, by Ben White. And now it's with Bukayo Saka there. Just wins the ball off the Villa man. It's Bukayo Saka. He's got Lacazette in support if he wants to use him. He's got, I think, Smith Rowe running in there as well. Saka for Arsenal. A bit overrun there, and Villa kind of panicking a little bit, but they seem to have got away with it at the moment, and just about.
And I'm kind of guessing that Saka probably wished he'd used either Smith Rowe or Lacazette there now.
I think it would have been quite a sensible move to play it across to Alex Lacazette as well. It's a good run from Bukayo Saka.
Play it into the space of the back post to Smith Rowe.
Yeah, Smith Rowe is running on there, and again, Aston Villa continuing to leave Emil Smith Rowe free, and it's one of those ones which, if they continue to do that, it will come back and it will hurt them at some point. I think in the second half, they've got to learn. They've got to learn fast. I think. Here's Martinez now, looking for Ollie Watkins there. Does well as well against Ben White. Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa now. There's a chance here for Ashley Young. He's going to get a cross in, and he does, and it's one in the air by Kieran Tierney. Gets it back from Smith Rowe. So he's at Odegaard, in fact, I should say. In fact, I was right with Smith Rowe originally, who just shoved to the ground by Matty Cash there. And also have a free kick. Still remains Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 1. Bukayo Saka's first half goal, around about half an hour in. Let's have a look here. Ashley Young's delivery is a decent ball into the box, and there's a good header from Gabriel up against Ollie Watkins. Just for a minute ago there from that Aston Villa opportunity. As Danny Ings is looking like he's getting warmed up here. So we'll probably see Danny Ings sooner rather than later, it looks like.
Well, I think if you can get 2 strikers at this Arsenal defence, you may get a bit more joy, because I think Watkins is really struggling to do both the get into striking positions, but then also drift wide and try and hold the ball up and get the ball across to where he should be.
That's right. You can't do 2 people's jobs 100%. Yeah. Here's Thomas Partey now. Good turn from him. Here's Odegaard. Handball has been given there against Jacob Ramsey. Not too sure whether there was much in that one. Martin Odegaard there.
I mean,
it kind of hits him off the leg onto the arm. It's not, you can't really do much about that one. Jacob Ramsey there, very unlucky, I think.
He was sliding for the ball. His arm was next to his body. What does Madley want him to do? He can't really dislocate his arm to move it out of the way, can he?
No, 100%. And you wouldn't expect that either. I think Stephen Gerrard would be quite frustrated and disappointed if anything leads to if this leads to a goal or anything like that.
He won't be the only one.
Here's Kieran Tierney now, and now on to that's Granit Xhaka there, was that? Now Cedric. And then it's played forward looking for Saka, but out of play for a Aston Villa throw. Ashley Young is going to take it.
It wouldn't be me watching a match of a Premier League referee without getting confused by something.
What's that? Go on.
No, by that handball.
Oh, it was a strange one, wasn't it? Yeah. There's a chance here for Arsenal now and given away. In fact, Lacazette tries to win it back though, and Smith Rowe just decides he wants to loop it over the keeper, even though the free kick's already been given. Referee doesn't want to book him though. It was a foul by Alex Lacazette. And Aston Villa just can't get any foothold in this game at the moment. Here's Douglas Luiz now, and then Mings, and that was Ashley Young there. And Coutinho was involved as well. Now Watkins too young. Young just shoved to the floor by Cedric Suarez and wants the free kick, but I don't think it's going to be given, in fact, by Andy Madley. Or has it been given?
Already booked Cedric, so I'm assuming it's been given.
Oh, he has just... Or did he book him? I was wondering whether he booked him for diving there. But no, it doesn't look like he's actually given the free kick in the end. Cedric has just seen the yellow there.
I mean, Aston Villa have been better the past 5 minutes compared to the rest of the game. But then again, that's not hard.
No, that's right. And they've still got a bit of time to make a game of this one. And of course, it's only 1-0 as well. So when it's 1-0, anything can happen. They've got time on their side at the minute as well, because they do have 33 minutes or so of this half. But if they're going to put crosses in like that, which is going to be too long, then it would certainly work in Arsenal's favour. Philippe Coutinho, the man who just tried to pick out Matty Cash, but was very wasteful.
I don't know whether they're just getting it wrong today or they actually feel like these balls going to do anything, but I think they need to reevaluate how wide their pitch actually is.
Yeah.
And how long it is, because that's not in the dimensions of the pitch.
No, neither was that though from Bernd Leno, who just tries to put the ball straight through the middle, but only goes straight through the middle to his opposite number, Emi Martinez. And Aston Villa just trying to get it forward through Ashley Young now, looking to find Ollie Watkins, and defended well there from, that was, I think, was that Ben White? Just come across there to put that one behind. Good play from him. And now here's Coutinho. Gets it back as well. And good play from the Arsenal man again. And Aston Villa are looking to try and get the ball moving, a bit more urgency now. A bit more tempo in their play. It's Buendia now, and it's Thomas Partey there. But Aston Villa are still in possession here. It's poor ball though and just seen all the way through for a goal kick there. And that might have been, was that Douglas Luiz involved, or was it? I'm not too sure who that was trying to put the ball through. But nonetheless, it was easy for the Arsenal man to deal with.
It's been the same all the way through the game, though, where they just can't get that final ball right.
I think maybe they could potentially look at making a change soon. It's only 60 minutes now, which is normally one of the managers. One of the times that the managers tend to like, making these substitutions. Having 15 minutes to kind of look at how things have worked out in the opening part of the second half. So I wonder whether Villa will look at that bench again. We'll look at that bench now. Sorry, I should say. Wouldn't surprise me if they did.
I tend to find the optimum time for substitutions is about 70 minutes. Then again, I am one that comes from Steve Cooper, who hardly likes to make subs. So
there's Conser now. Now Ramsey gives it away, but only to Smith Rowe there. And good play there from Conser again. And now Jacob Ramsey trying to move the ball forward to Ollie Watkins here. Former Brentford man, Ollie Watkins here. Tries to get the cross in, and it's shot a goal there from Aston Villa, and it's wide there from John McGinn, I think that was, and a bit better from Aston Villa, but hanging on was Arsenal there quite easily, really.
I mean, it's not going to say much, but that's probably their best chance of the game from Villa.
Yeah, that was a decent opportunity there for John McGinn. He's kind of hanging back a little bit that time, though. Here's Smith Rowe. Now Xhaka. Now Cedric. Now Odegaard. Now Cedric for Arsenal. Cedric Suarez. It's got Saka on the overlap. Uses him now. The Arsenal goal scorer. He's got Odegaard in support. He wants to play it short to him now. Partey. Now Odegaard. Here's Cedric Suarez. Now Bukayo Saka for Arsenal, and takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner there. Off of Douglas Luiz. It's going to be Saka and Cedric to go over and take this one between them. Try and sort this one out now. He's going to take it. Looks like it might be Saka. It is going to be Saka just to play it short to Cedric, and then back to Saka again. And now here's Odegaard. Smith Rowe's in acres of space again, unmarked. And he decides to go across to Cedric that time, and again, Arsenal a little bit wasteful there with Smith Rowe on the edge of the box, and once again, no Villa man near him.
But that was a case of, I don't think Cedric was expecting the ball to come back to him, and he just went out of play.
That's right. Here's Aston Villa now trying to bring it forward through Conser, I think that is that time. Now here's Jacob Ramsey. Now Tyrone Mings, and then that's Douglas Luiz there, and now John McGinn. Now touched on by Ollie Watkins, but given away, and now it's with Smith Rowe for Arsenal, and now Granit Xhaka there. Across to Cedric Suarez. Plays it across to Ben White, and now Thomas Partey in midfield here for Arsenal. Trying to get things ticking, and plays a good ball across to Emil Smith Rowe as well. Smith Rowe knocks it into Xhaka. Now Thomas Partey there. Onto Cedric Suarez, and now Bukayo Saka. Onto Martin Odegaard. Back to Saka again. Now here's Thomas Partey there. Just going to play it across to Bukayo Saka again. Bukayo Saka open up for a shot, and he shoots, and it's just wide of Martinez's goal there, but good opportunity for the young Arsenal man, and good build-up play in there as well.
Really good build-up play, and narrowly wide from Saka there. I mean, probably have put money on him scoring from that position, but you don't score every shot you hit. So I'm really intrigued to see how this game pans out now. Both sides more or less being kind of level on ability at the minute.
There's a chance here for Arsenal, and Thomas Partey just knocks it back to Gabriel, and now Granit Xhaka there. Gonna get the ball moving to Cedric Suarez, but in fact he leaves it for Smith Rowe. Now here's Thomas Partey, and now across to Ben White. Going to switch it across there, looking for Smith Rowe, but good defending by Matty Cash that time, who gets it back on as well now. Matty Cash is going on a marauding run here, and he goes down under the challenge of Thomas Partey as well, and wins a free kick there. It's a good run for Matty Cash, and it looks like Thomas Partey is going to be the second Arsenal midfielder into the book as well.
Just a couple of scores from elsewhere. Derby have equalised against Coventry through a Tom Lawrence penalty, and Sheffield United are beating Barnsley 1-0 from a Sander Berge goal.
Thank you very much for that. Thomas Partey, as I just said, just been booked, so him and Xhaka are both on yellows now, the two Arsenal centre mids. There's John McGinn over this set piece, with a few other Aston Villa men as well. I think, we'll see who that is, but there's Konsa and Mings up from the back, and John McGinn in there as well. Sorry, John McGinn's over this one, I should say now. Coutinho as well, I should say. They're going to open it up for a shot, or they're going to get a cross in here. It's over the top there. I think it was actually Douglas Luiz that time, and it was indeed, and not troubling but Leno at all.
Got way too much underneath that.
Steven Gerrard's not happy with something there as well with the effort, and you can kind of see why.
I think me and Steven Gerrard are feeling exactly the same way at the moment with Aston Villa. Like, seriously.
It's a bit wasted there, that effort from Douglas Luiz. Here's Bernd Leno. Hooks it forward, and it's all the way through once again to... It was almost going to go all the way through to Martinez. He does get it from Matty Cash, though. And he switches it across to Ashley Young there. And now John McGinn, who just kind of times that one and miscontrols it. And it's gone behind for a throw into Arsenal now, which Cedric takes to Ben White, and he just knocks it back to Bernd Leno there. So 67 minutes almost played, and still remains 1-0 to Arsenal. What do you make of how the start of the second half has gone so far? As it looks like Aston Villa are going to be making what looks like two subs, and Arsenal are going to be making a sub of their own in a minute as well.
I think the fact that two subs are coming on for Villa and one sub's coming on for Arsenal probably sums up the first bit of the second half. Arsenal have lost kind of a bit of momentum, and Villa are gaining
it. But here's Martinez to Watkins. It was a long ball, and now it's Buendia, is that? Or was it Coutinho? No, it's Matty Cash anyway.
Go on.
Then Buendia. Now Ollie Watkins here. Ollie Watkins gets a shot, and looks like it's hit the outside of the post there and gone behind. I think Smith Rowe got a little touch on that one as well. It's a bit better from Aston Villa that time. And Ollie Watkins there just fires that one. It does hit the outside of the post and goes behind. It's Villa's best opportunity of the game, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. By far the best chance of the game.
It's come off of the Arsenal man, Smith Rowe, for a corner as well. John McGinn over it. It's going to be whipped in. And it was very wasteful effort there from that corner. I was not too sure whether he was trying to catch Bernd Leno out there, but I'm not too sure really why he did that, as Nicola Pepe is going to be entering the fray for Arsenal to be replaced. To be replacing the goal scorer, Bukayo Saka.
Interesting.
He's played well, actually, Bukayo Saka, in this game. He's had a good 68 minutes. He's looked pretty lively for Arsenal. He's played quite well. And Aston Villa are going to be making a couple of subs as well in a minute, which we'll try and get confirmation of as well. And it looks like Jacob Ramsey being one of the men going off. And he's going to be replaced by... That's... Traore, he's coming on as well.
Yeah,
for Buendia.
Bailey. I'm sure it's Bailey that was
I think
coming on.
Bailey's coming on as well for Ramsey. Yeah, I believe.
So they've now done what we were saying at half time, get some pace into it with Bailey, Traore, and Watkins up front.
And it's only taken them an extra 15, 20 minutes, and on top of what we said, a bit longer, 25 minutes. There's a chance here for Aston Villa right now, though, and I think it is going to be played around here through the middle. Actually, Villa just playing it across the back. Here is Konsa. And now it's with Tyrone Mings who's remaining forward. Now Edry Konsa again. Now John McGinn on to... That was the number 31, Leon Bailey, who's obviously just come on. Villa just playing it around here now, and it's with Douglas Luiz at the moment. Now John McGinn. What can he do here? He's going to just about keep possession, and now it's with Coutinho out wide to... You've got Ashley Young, is it? And that's no free kick there. 20 minutes to go. Still remaining 1-0 to Arsenal at Villa Park in this alternative commentary. There's a through ball there looking for not Ollie Watkins, for Philip Coutinho, I should say, and it's gone behind for an Arsenal goal kick there. Ashley Young trying to put the ball through to his teammate that time. I think it was. Although Ashley Young, was it here? Let's have a look at this. He was just complaining that he was caught by Cedric, in fact, but don't see too much wrong with that one, really.
No, I know exactly what Ashley Young was trying to do there as soon as he did it. Knock the ball through and then try and go down and claim a penalty.
Well, he was outside the area anyway, so it wouldn't have been a penalty. There's a chance here for Arsenal. Alex, like I said, just about caught there by Emi Martin. Just got there ahead of Alex, like I said, but only by a split second that time. So Villa got a little bit lucky there. As John McGinn plays it on to Matty Cash now. Now it's with Traore up against Kieran Tierney. Traore for Aston Villa. One of the men just entering the fray a minute ago. John McGinn there, but defended well from Gabriel and hooked clear for a throw on. It's with Edry Konsa now. Plays it across to centre-back partner Tyrone Mings. And now here's Philip Coutinho. Now that's with, I think, Douglas Luiz that time now. And then back to Philip Coutinho once more. And out wide it goes to Ashley Young. And then on to... That was, I think, one of the substitutes as well by Leon Bailey. Here he is in possession again. Leon Bailey for Villa. Loses out to Partey though. And here's Smith Rowe. Shoved down to the floor, and John McGinn has just given away a free kick there.
John McGinn has got to be careful because he's on a yellow card already.
Yeah.
And he also needs to wake up a bit. It's starting to really wind me up with all these misplaced passes.
He's not had a good game, has he, actually, John McGinn? And, I know what Aston Villa have done by putting him into the lineup today and keeping, putting him alongside the likes of Douglas Luiz, but it just hasn't seemed to get going at all, has he? No. There's a chance for Arsenal to just play it around at the back now through Gabriel. Onto Xhaka, back to Gabriel. Now Thomas Partey. Now Gabriel again. Here's Ben White. Back to Gabriel once more. Still awaiting Danny Ings for Aston Villa. I wonder how long that will be until he enters the fray. Here's Cedric Suarez. Now Ben White. Looking for Nicola Pepe, the Arsenal substitute. And Pepe, good turn from him. Now Lacazette. Odegaard was involved as well. Now Partey. Now Kieran Tierney. Now here's Smith Rowe. On to Xhaka. Through ball to Lacazette for Arsenal. Here's Alex Lacazette. Gets a shot away. And it takes a deflection there, which Mikel Arteta is trying to urge his players on. But what were you going to say there, mate?
Lacazette hit the shot, and I wanted him to play it wide.
Here's Nicola Pepe now. Here's Martin Odegaard. Back to Pepe again. On the overlap of Cedric Suarez and wins a corner there off of Ashley Young. Just having a look here at that minute from that chance. So for a minute there, I should say, with Alex Lacazette, and he wants to have a shot there, but it's good defensive work from the Aston Villa man. I think it might have been Ashley Young who got the block in. 15 or so to go. And it still remains 1-0 to Arsenal away at Villa Park with this game. 10 shots to Aston Villa's 3. And Villa still yet to have that first shot on target. Arsenal have had 3, which isn't actually that great when you look at 10 shots at goal and only 3 on target. It's been one of those sort of games, I think. Here is Matty Cash now. And Traore goes down, but the referee says no free kick. And Kieran Tierney plays it across to Granit Xhaka.
I think the word you were looking for there was Traore slips.
Yeah, I think he did just fall over, didn't he? Yeah, here's Pepe now. Thomas Partey. Going to play it across to Xhaka again. On to Tierney now. Back to Xhaka once more, and then on to Emile Smith Rowe, and then back to the Swiss international. And now here is Ben White, and then on to Nicola Pepe. Now Cedric Suarez. Now Gabriel. Now Tierney. Back to Gabriel again, who's going to just knock it on, is he, to Ben White, which he does.
With my amazing vision, I think I can see another Arsenal sub.
We'll see shortly who that's going to be. Here's Smith Rowe now, who goes down under the challenge of Matty Cash. And Alex Lacazette goes over to the referee, Andy Madley, to remonstrate. As Arsenal want Matty Cash to be shown a yellow here. I'm not too sure whether the referee will do so, though, or not. We'll see who that Arsenal sub will be. It might be Eddie Nketiah, potentially. Not too sure, though. Haven't seen anything yet. I'm just thinking Alex Lacazette doesn't sort of seem to last 90 minutes right now.
He's got through a lot of work today, though, Lacazette.
He always does. He always seems to work really hard. He's not looked too much of a threat in front of goal. And it is actually Eddie Nketiah coming on to replace him as well. So called it, as I saw it there with Alex Lacazette not continuing on. And another game where Alex Lacazette hasn't completed 90 minutes, but he has worked very hard and played well. Eddie Nketiah now on for the remaining 13 or so minutes, though, plus any additional time. And Gabriel looks to find the new Arsenal manager's entered the fray there. Here's Smith Rowe. Nketiah gets it from Tierney, and now Smith Rowe again. Now it's with Granit Xhaka. Now Eddie Nketiah once more. And now Xhaka onto Tierney. Onto Nketiah now. Now here's Kieran Tierney onto Granit Xhaka there. Goes back to Gabriel and then back to Bernd Leno. Be very pleased that he's not had too much work to do within the 78 minutes so far. Bernd Leno, I don't think he's actually had to make a save in this game so far. Which I think if he was looking at the lineup and obviously knowing that he was coming in to replace Aaron Ramsdale, he would have thought that he would have had a lot more work to do than what he's actually had to do so far. But there's still time for Villa to change that, of course. Here's John McGinn now. Now Philip Coutinho back to McGinn once more. And across it goes to Douglas Luiz. Here's Traore now. And there's Philip Coutinho. Going to try and put the ball across there. And a good ball it is to Ashley Young as well. He's up against Nicola Pepe now. Ashley Young gets the cross in, and good head there from Benjamin White. And Thomas Partey misses that one. And Philip Coutinho just gave a whack to one of the Arsenal men there. Not too sure who that is that's gone down. I'll try and confirm in a minute. I think it might have been Granit Xhaka, in fact. It was.
But was there actually any connection there?
I don't think there was any contact. I think it's, understandably it's a high boot, and there's sort of you understand why the referee's going to give it if there's actually any contact with the man. But it didn't look like he actually sort of got any connection at all with Granit Xhaka there, as Danny Ings is about to enter the fray for the remaining 10 minutes or so.
Hurrah!
That's Aston Villa's final sub. Probably to replace Ollie Watkins rather than to go alongside him, though, I think. Unless Philip Coutinho makes way. Here's Kieran Tierney now. Looking for Eddie Nketiah. Picks him out as well. Good defensive work from Ezri Konsa there. And plays it back to his defensive partner, Tyrone Mings. And here's Douglas Luiz now. Douglas Luiz going to just switch it across to Ashley Young there. In fact, it was Tyrone Mings, I should say. And then Coutinho. And now here's Traore. There's a chance for Coutinho, and good tackle there from Thomas Partey. And a little bit of a hooked clearance there out of play from Eddie Nketiah, as Danny Ings is now ready and just about to come on. Getting his final instructions from Steven Gerrard. And he is going to replace Ollie Watkins as well. So Danny Ings is just going to come on for the remaining 9 minutes or so plus additional time here. Ollie Watkins has tried, but he's found it quite difficult leading the line on his own, I think. And Danny Ings is now obviously a fresh sort of kind of problem for Arsenal to deal with. Here's Tyrone Mings from Ezri Konsa now, and now Ashley Young. Of course, Arsenal still have one sub to make, and potentially that might be Rob Holding or Mohamed El Neni or Sambi Lokonga, sort of more holding players or players that kind of a bit more defensive minded. Here's Ezri Konsa now. Ball across there from John McGinn, looking for Traore, finds him as well. Up against Smith Rowe, and he plays it across there to Matty Cash, and a bit fortunate there, Bernd Leno, who just seems to get it all wrong there. Smith Rowe finds Partey, and now Xhaka. Now it's with Martin Odegaard, just out to Cedric Suarez now. On to Ben White, I think it was, or was it Gabriel? I couldn't quite see that time. On looking for Pepe. Now here is Odegaard there as he fouls. The referee says he was by Tyrone Mings. We've got to be careful, already on a yellow, of course. Martin Odegaard playing another very good game for Arsenal within this 82.5 so far.
Again, I wouldn't really say that's really a free kick, but okay.
It's a chance here for Arsenal now to get everyone up to into the Aston Villa box to try and double their advantage now. I think Cedric's going to take this one. You've got Nicola Pepe over it alongside him as well. It's going to be
Smith Rowe's unmarked the back post.
And Kieran Tierney's in space as well. And it's going to be Cedric to take it. And he finds nobody but the head of Ezri Konsa. Here is Kieran Tierney now. Now Smith Rowe for Arsenal. Emil Smith Rowe looking for Eddie Nketiah, who goes down there under the challenge of Tyrone Mings, but no free kick given, and correct decision from Andy Madley as well. As Emi Martinez tries to find Traore, and he loses out, and it's now back with Arsenal and Emil Smith Rowe, and now across to Granit Xhaka, on to Cedric Suarez, now Nicola Pepe, and just going to go through to Danny Ings that time. He gets a touch now for Aston Villa and plays it into Philip Coutinho, and now Douglas Luiz and John McGinn. And Douglas Luiz just about gets away with that one, wins a free kick for that foul by Nicola Pepe, but he did take a little bit long on the ball there, did Douglas Luiz, and potentially was a little bit fortunate to get away with that one.
Yeah.
Here is Matty Cash now, and now Traore. Coming up to 6 minutes to go. Or in fact, just under 6 minutes to go now, I should say. Here's John McGinn. Out to Ashley Young. He's got Leon Bailey in support, and he does use him as well. Back to John McGinn again. He's going to try and get the cross in, and Danny Ings wins the header, and it's onto the roof of the bar there, or just onto the roof of the net there. I'm not too sure if it actually clipped the bar or not, but there's a good ball in, and Danny Ings wins his header, and just over the top of the bar there. Didn't hit the bar in the end. Look, it might have done for a second, but Leno was diving for it, and it's an opportunity for Villa anyway. It's Martin Odegaard. So Martin Odegaard is just about to exit for Arsenal now to be replaced by Rob Holding. As Arsenal look to see this one out.
Yep, Sheffield United have gone 2-0 up with Morgan Gibbs-White against Barnsley.
Thank you. Got about a minute or so, and then I'm going to be asking you for your player of the match as well. Just actually, we'll do it now. While there's just a goal kick here for Arsenal, who have you decided to give it to this afternoon?
Martin Odegaard, actually. Because I think he's been played brilliantly today and has linked everything together nicely.
So Martin Odegaard, I will put that one through in a minute. So he is the player of the match for Arsenal, and he's made everything tick, as he seems to do very, very well at the moment. He's had another very, very good game today. There's a few Arsenal players that you could probably have given the man of the match or player of the match too, though. We've put in a good performance as Cedric there loses the ball to Matty Cash. Matty Cash for Aston Villa now. Up against Granit Xhaka, and Matty Cash and Thomas Partey as well, and goes back, and Eddie Nketiah just fouls Matty Cash, but the referee says play on, and here's John McGinn out to Ashley Young now. Aston Villa still got time to get themselves an equaliser. John McGinn whips the cross in and headed clear there by, that was Ben White, I think it was. And now Tyrone Mings almost gave the ball straight to Eddie Nketiah there, but Eddie Nketiah fouled his man anyway, and Villa have a free kick which they try and take quickly, and referee Andy Madley says we're not going to do any of that, so he pulls it back again. Here is that's who's that now? Philip Coutinho on to Leon Bailey, and just couldn't do anything with that one, and it goes behind for an Arsenal throw-in. In the confirmation of Luke's player of the match to Arsenal midfielder Martin Odegaard, who's just not long exited the fray there as well, being replaced by Rob Holding. And Arsenal really looking to see this one out now for that old famous 1-0 to the Arsenal scoreline. Here's Tyrone Mings with a throw now. Now it's Ezri Konsa onto Matty Cash. Onto Traore now. Gets the cross in and one in the air by Gabriel. And now it's with Smith Rowe. Gabriel just hoofs that one away, but only as far as any out danger for a throw, I should say. And Villa can keep the pressure on, which Matty Cash will try and do with his throw in. And he'll just throw it to Konsa, and he'll play it across to Tyrone Mings now. Tyrone Mings here for Aston Villa. On to Traore now. Traore across to Ashley Young. Loses out though, does he? Nicola Pepe couldn't quite do anything there. And Ashley Young just plays it across to Leon Bailey now. Up against Cedric Suarez. And Comes off of the Arsenal man last for a corner. Good defensive play there from Kieran Tierney to head that one behind. And Arsenal defending well there. Tierney knocks that one behind for Villa's corner. Minute to go plus any additional time. Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 1. Bukayo Saka's goal on the half-an-hour point. The difference. Coutinho's corner there. And it's Traore claiming a handball, but nothing's going to be given. Going to go behind for a goal kick. Let's have a look at this from... Comes off of, I think it was Gabriel. And the referee says it's going to be nothing doing though. Mikel Arteta trying to get some instructions across to his Arsenal men. Coming up to the last few seconds now before we find out how much additional time we have. Bukayo Saka's 9th Premier League goal of the season. The difference. Here's Nicola Pepe now. Now Nketiah. Now here is Pepe. Tries to find Nketiah, but good play there from Aston Villa, and Arsenal just able to see that one behind, and it's a Villa throw. So we enter 4 minutes of additional time, which Martin Atkinson holds up on the board right now. Here's Mings for Villa. Now Konsa, and now Philip Coutinho. Back to Tyrone Mings again. Into Philip Coutinho now. Tries to switch it across, and Matty Cash couldn't get to that one. It was too long for him. It was a good idea from Philip Coutinho, but the ball was too far ahead of the right back there, or the right fullback.
Good idea, just poorly executed.
I think that's how Aston Villa can kind of look at their whole game. The whole game has been poorly executed. The whole game plan seems to have gone to pot really, and hasn't worked out for them. Although obviously with stoppage time, we're still 3 minutes of stoppage time to play. So potentially, anything can still happen. But Arsenal have certainly done their bit in terms of making it very difficult for this Villa side. Leno there too, Pepe, and here's Cedric Suarez, and now Ben White looking for Nketiah up against Konsa. It's a foul there, is it, by Eddie Nketiah? Which the referee does decide to give Andy Madley there. And Emi Martinez tries to get moving quickly now. And it's a wasteful ball as well. So it goes out of play for an Arsenal throw there.
I hope he's as generous on VAR duty tomorrow as he is today with his free kicks and decisions.
Of course, the VAR duty tomorrow, as you mentioned there, for the Nottingham Forest FA Cup tie against second place Liverpool in the Premier League as well. So tricky game for Nottingham Forest there, but the Nottingham Forest side have already knocked out Arsenal and Leicester in this competition. The holders, Leicester, remember as well, or they were anyway. Here's Matty Cash now. Now Douglas Luiz. There's one in the air there by Ben White, and then now it's Ashley Young. Now John McGinn. John McGinn gets the cross in, and it's one in the air by Gabriel, and it's Kieran Tierney as well. Arsenal just about managed to get it away that time, and it's gone behind for an Aston Villa throw. Danny Ings in the mix there. Just couldn't direct it past Bernd Leno. Here's Traore now. Now it's with Tyrone Mings. And now here is, I think that's John McGinn, was it? And now Traore, and gone behind for a goal kick there to Arsenal. 1 minute remaining of the additional 4 that were added on.
I mean, if that chance before had gone in,
yeah,
I think a lot of criticism would have gone towards Nicola Pepe not being able to clear that ball away.
Possibly, yeah, and obviously he's a little bit sloppy there, Pepe, considering, as we said earlier, it's only a 1-goal lead. And obviously you don't want to be seeing things like that, as, you want to just hold on and do everything sort of straightforward and sort of see the game out, without any silly mistakes being made. As Mikel Arteta is just getting a few instructions across now, with Arsenal just trying to see the game out now with around about 20 seconds remaining. And it's going to be Villa with his throw-in, which Bernd Leno Just given to them now by whacking the ball out of play there. Ashley Young to Conser now. Last chance saloon for Villa to get anything from this game. Here's Matty Cash. There's one in the air there by, I believe that was Ben White. And now it's with Philip Coutinho, was that? Just a shove there by Nicola Pepe. In fact, it was actually Leon Bailey, the man who went down. In fact, no, it wasn't even him. It was Douglas Luiz. I'll get there eventually. Last chance here for Villa to get anything from this game now. We're already over the 4 minutes as well. Arsenal just need to see this one out, and then the points will be heading back with them to North London. And the gap will be close to 5 points on Chelsea as well. But they still got to deal with this free kick first of all, which Coutinho is over. Philip Coutinho is going to take this one for Aston Villa. Emi Martinez, I think, has come up as well. He has indeed. It'd be a story if he was to score against his former team. Here's Coutinho now for Arsenal, though. Bit of shoving between Granit Xhaka, and Tyrone Mings as well there. Rob Holding trying to be a peacemaker to sort it all out. Also Ben White as well, trying to help resolve that. It's going to be Coutinho to take this set piece. Philip Coutinho over it. And it's wasteful. In fact, it's a good save from Bernd Leno. And Kieran Tierney there just hooks it clear. And Bernd Leno was able to parry that one away there, right at the death. And Mikel Arteta's Arsenal go back to North London with a victory on the road. Bernd Leno getting congratulations there from all of his teammates as well, including Aaron Ramsdale, I think, who's also coming to the mix there amongst the Arsenal players who were playing today. Bernd Leno there with a good save at the end. But didn't really have too much to do. Actually, it was Alex Lacazette involved as well. We went over to see him there rather than Aaron Ramsdale. But I think he will go over and congratulate the man who replaced him today. Bernd Leno didn't have too much to do. Made a save at the end there. Bukayo Saka's 30th minute goal was the difference between the two sides. Villa just didn't really get into the game today. And Arsenal really could have actually gone on and won by a few more goals. So Mikel Arteta will be the happier of the two men. It's the former Everton man that defeats the former Liverpool man on this occasion, and the Gunners are now within 5 points of Chelsea as well. So, what do you make of that game as a whole, Luke? Aston Villa just really didn't get into it, did they? And Arsenal, well, you could see from early on, Arsenal fancied this game and were able to see it through in the end as well.
It's kind of what we said at half time. Get Traore and Bailey on alongside Watkins to start off with, then Danny Ings, and they started to get chances. So why did they not do that from the start? I mean, that's got to be on Steven Gerrard, not picking the right team and more focusing on the opposition they're playing instead of actually doing their own thing. I mean, it does my head in when managers go, oh yeah, but we set up this way because Arsenal can do this or a team can do that. No, pick your team or see what you are good at.
That's right. As Aaron Ramsdale there is in the celebrations now as well. He's gone over to see Ben White and go and give Mikel Arteta, his manager, a hug there as well, as the Arsenal players are heading towards the fans to give some shirts away. I think Smith Rowe is going to go and give a shirt to a young Arsenal fan here. Which is always a nice touch. Smith Rowe there, just to get away from the stewards. That's quite interesting to see that. But yeah, good victory for Arsenal on the road against an Aston Villa side who obviously went at the races today. We'll just quickly touch on the next few games before we tell you what we've got coming up later as well. When you come to Aston Villa's next few games, it's Wolves away next for them. Then it's Tottenham and Liverpool at home, Leicester away, and then Norwich at home. So tricky running for them in the next 5 games as Bukayo Saka heads over to the Arsenal fans to give his shirt out to one of the fans as well there who made a personalised sign for him. And then Arsenal's next 5 games are Crystal Palace, Brighton, Southampton, and then games against Chelsea away and Manchester United at home as well. So, and then Crystal Palace away, Brighton at home, and Southampton away there for the Gunners in the next few games. So, very difficult run-ins for both of these two sides, really. Arsenal have got a few games there which you probably expect them to be picking up maximum points with Palace and Brighton and Southampton. But bar the Norwich game for Aston Villa, they've got 4 tricky games coming up, haven't they?
Yeah, but every game is difficult in the Premier League, and if they take the opposition for granted, they'll lose. And today they went out and just didn't really turn a great performance. And they had a glimmer at the end, but I mean, leaving it until the last minute to try and get something, I mean, it's not really what you want as a fan, really, is it? To just have to try and clinch it right at the end. For me, it wasn't good enough. They didn't set it up right from the beginning, and were made to pay.
And of course, that sees Arsenal now with 5 wins from the last 6 as well. Of course, the only blip on that being Wednesday's defeat to Liverpool. But in that time, beating Leicester, beating Watford, beating Wolves, and beating Brentford, as well as today's victory. So, as we said earlier, Mikel Arteta is going to be very, very pleased with how his side have really turned things around as well. If that can continue in the next few weeks against Palace and Brighton and Southampton, you'd probably put Arsenal as favourites to get that 4th spot right now as well, wouldn't you?
Arsenal have looked good. I mean, they're a youthful-looking side now. They have energy. They play around Lacazette, and I mean, credit to Arsenal for their first half performance. I mean, second half they're always going to come under a little bit more pressure because Villa had to up it a little bit. They still didn't up it enough, but Arsenal coped with it well, and I mean, it just shows you what I was saying before the game started about next man up. Bernd Leno replaces Ramsdale. Hadn't really got a lot to do, but when he was called upon, he managed to do it adequately. And then, again, Smith Rowe replacing Martinelli. I mean, not really much of a contest there, is there? I mean, Martinelli's decent, so's Smith Rowe. So, I mean, it's like for like, really.
That's right. So that's going to be all for the coverage of this game. Thank you, Luke, for joining alongside me as well. Bukayo Saka and Arsenal get their 2000th goal, being the goal that wins them the game as well at Villa Park. Arsenal winning this one by 1-0. Famous scoreline, of course. We'll be back later on for some FA Cup coverage as Middlesbrough entertain Chelsea. And let's see whether there's going to be a cup upset across this weekend as well. Nottingham Forest, Liverpool tomorrow as well. We've also got another game being covered, I believe, as well. So we'll try and bring you as much FA Cup action as we possibly can as well. But this has been, of course, from the Premier League. It's Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 1. Bukayo Saka, the star boy, has given Arsenal all 3 points. And they're going back to North London, just 5 points behind Chelsea as well now. Thanks, Luke, and thank you for listening, everyone. It's Arsenal and Mikel Arteta that get the points this afternoon.